the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that? Ladies, a TikToker has revealed the 2 signs to look out for to show that your man is always down to cheat. She calls it DTC, down to cheat.
Down to cheat, mate.
I'm going to give it to you right now.
Guys who have cheater energy, they're DTC, down to cheat. They either have an Instagram.com account and follow tons of girls they don't know, especially fitness girls. Second, he has an Instagram.com account and he follows every girl he's ever met. The woman who served him at the taco truck, he's following her. Normal gals, but tons. Like, if they've spoken, if they've crossed paths, he's got her IG. It's giving DTC.
You guys look like you're squirming a bit in the studio here at the moment.
I mean,
Guilty.
Tom and...
Me?
Tom.
No, I follow some celebrity females, but I've started to unfollow because I don't know why I'm following them anymore. But
Now, why were you
Like
following
who?
to start with? What was it? Just
well, I really admire Kendall Jenner as a young business person.
Are you serious? As a business person?
Yeah, because
so her endeavours or just her end?
absolutely.
And she's made the breast start to life, Tom, and she has so much going on.
No, she has various brands that don't need extra publicity on this broadcast. But
Yeah. And you're
Yeah.
quite business minded, are you? Do you
Yeah.
look to go into business with her?
yeah, oh,
It would be interesting to go through just to see how many females you follow that don't follow you. Because I find that really weird as well.
Let's have a bit of a look at your Instagram. Tommy, why don't you post it?
it's not about me.
Whipfley, you can open up your Instagram account right now. Oh, my
I
gosh.
didn't bring my phone to work today, unfortunately. I'd love to showcase what I have in there, and I don't follow any women besides my wife, but, yeah.
Do you follow any fitness?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a fitness freak, so yeah, I just, from a trends point of view, to know what sort of activewear I should be wearing. Cancelled.
It is. It's a disappointing. The other one that they say is that you can go to Instagram now, and you know when you go to the search engine on Instagram and it gives you,
Things you're interested in.
Yeah. Well, what your algorithm is.
Yep.
I mean, if you go to that page and see that your partners and the opposite sex comes up all the time, he's obviously just looking at that the whole time. That's his algorithm.
Yeah, let's talk to
Do you wanna
Alicia
do
in
that,
Bondi.
Tom?
Yeah, Tommy, can I have your phone?
Oh, no,
Can I-
other way around.
Can I have your phone? I just want to see what's on your sort of search prompt page there.
Well, while
Sort of a
you do
quick
that,
look.
let's speak to Alicia in Bondi. Do you think these are the signs of a cheater, Alicia?
Oh, it's hard to know, but look, I guess I'd like to lean on the trustworthy end. So let's hope that I think things are all good, and we'll have to investigate further.
What if your man... Are you in a relationship at the moment, Alicia, or you're not?
I am.
Okay, so what if you went to your man's account and you saw that, like, his algorithm and there was a lot of women on there, or you went through his followers, or who he followed, and there was a lot of women on there that he didn't even know?
I guess. Yeah, it's an interesting one. To be honest, I'm not a huge social media person because, to be honest, I find that it gets to my head a little.
So true. I'm so
you know
glad you
what?
called.
Maybe I would get a little funny, but I probably wouldn't
Yeah.
even notice, to be honest.
I mean, I'm
Thanks,
just...
Alicia. You're the perfect caller to get on for this subject.
Thank you, Alicia. You're in the running for the F1 prize. So I'm just having a look at Tommy's sort of search page now.
Why would you do that?
I'm just going...
I have nothing to hide, I should say
describe.
categorically.
Bikini, Ariana Grande.
That's
Guy with a chip up his nose.
Can we...
Two girls, one from 2016, one from 21. Girl dancing in purple dress.
That could be a viral moment. We
Two
cover lots of
sisters
viral moments.
kissing. I'm just watching.
No.
One girl, grey dress. It's a pretty heavy on the lady front.
No,
How many people does Tommy follow? How many...
Great question. Tommy follows.
I get sent all sorts of random things.
You're
by you
following
guys.
979
Yep.
people, Tom.
Yep,
Well,
absolutely.
let's just check. 880 of them are female, which is weird in
very
itself.
good.
Yeah.
Very good.
And I'm just having a
Very
look at
good.
who he's actually followed recently.
Yeah.
Why were you searching Kim Kardashian?
Because you wanted to know how many followers she had.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Ash Gardner, our newsreader.
Yeah.
She just got married. She was
Got
sick.
married.
No, she works for us, mate.
Yeah. That's fine. Ash is back on Wednesday too.
She's a team member. That's totally fine.
Busty and proud.
Hey,
Not true.
Don't you start,
Yeah,
mate.
don't- you've got out of
You're
it.
starting. You're following Pilates studios in the eastern suburbs.
Yeah.
You've never been on a reformer in your life.
Pilates is so important as you get older, mate. It's really got to get on the bench and stretch your legs and that. All right, where were we?
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
He's very excited to be joined by this man.
Australia's cheeky comic genius Jim Jeffries has taken America by storm.
Please say hello to Jim Jeffries.
Please welcome Jim Jeffries.
Welcome back to the show.
The only way to stop a bad guy with a chainsaw is a good guy with a chainsaw.
Oh, yes. Absolutely adore this man. New episodes of the 1% Club are coming soon to 7 and 7. Plus, he is in our great country. It's good to have you home. Jim Jeffries, welcome, sir.
Hello, buddy.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
You loose unit. I need to remind you we are live on the radio, Jim.
I'm glad we are live because I've come on the radio to tell you what I think about women's sport. It's very important that I get this off my chest right now.
Sorry, mate.
I don't think people have said enough. But I love it. I love it. I'm the biggest fan.
Jim, not the time, mate. Not the time.
Sorry, buddy.
It is good to have you back here, mate. How you been? What's the first thing you notice when you come back to Australia, Jim? When you flew in, what did you notice?
Well, I always come in. The first thing I do is buy a kilo of prawns, a loaf of bread, a jar of mayonnaise, and then that's the first thing I do.
Oh, yeah.
When I come in. But no, the country hasn't changed since I was last year. I did fly in though. This is what I'm going to say about. I flew in. Okay, so I've got a lot of things on plane etiquette, right? I've got a lot of things on plane etiquette, how you're meant to get on the plane, how you're meant to deboard on the plane, what you're only meant to take up your own section of head luggage and all that. If you're doing a long flight, if you're coming from America to here, it's still going to be sunny outside. Everyone's got to shut their blinds. Am I right?
Yeah.
You've got to shut your blinds.
Correct.
Okay, so this is my problem, and I have footage of this. There was one lady, and I don't want to cause any trouble, but this is the God's honest truth. One lady, a blonde lady, her bag said number 17. It's not the same player. She was in a Matilda's tracksuit. I am not making this up. She refused. I'm not kidding. She refused to shut her blind for everyone else on the plane, and that's my biggest problem. So I couldn't sleep, and I went over. I said, hey, can you tell her to shut her blind? Everyone's trying to sleep, and the lady was American. It's an American hair. She goes, I have already asked her. This woman is a deeply unpleasant person. Right?
How good is that? Some honesty from the flight attendant. You sure it wasn't our breakdancing Olympian Ray Gun because she wears the tracksuit?
It was the same outfit as Ray Gun. But do you want to know how I know it wasn't Ray Gun? When she got out of her chair, she did it quite coordinatedly. Like she got out with a certain level of grace.
Right, so definitely not Ray Gun.
It didn't look like she studied at some university how to be a knob on an aeroplane. Like, this was a professional.
It wasn't Johnny Howard, was it? Because he had the tracksuit too when he'd step out of Kirribilli House and go for his morning walk. And
geez, that's how long I've been away. Is John Howard still alive? Geez, this country, it's moving slow over here.
It's good, isn't it? Hey, can I ask your opinion on something, Jim? We were talking about winning life, right? Fitzy found an article on someone that had won life. And as it turns out, it was Jeff Bezos. Now, it had nothing to do with the success of his business or the money he's got, but it was because he was in a photo. And just to paint a picture, he's standing there. To his right, he's got Sydney Sweeney, Sofia Vergara, and on his left is Jessica Alba. And they said
that means that he's winning life, is it?
He's won life.
It's completed life.
That might be the biggest loser photo I've ever seen in my. And, no, let's be honest. He wins life if the next photo is him shagging all of them, right? Like, yeah, otherwise it's just a photo of him standing next to people.
Do you know what? Because it would be so unexpected, you would assume it's AI if it was those three and Jeff Bezos, say, in a hot tub. Do you think, Jim, would that be his go, or maybe?
Look, no, he's won life because of the money. Look, I use his company. I'm one of these people. I'm one of these people who always goes, "Oh, these big corporations." And Amazon's so convenient, isn't it? It's like I'm driving around LA telling everybody that Trump's a bad dude in my Tesla.
Yeah.
So I can't.
It's not easy to do. It's not easy to balance it out.
Jim, are you currently doing a comedy show called Son of a Carpenter Tour? Is that correct?
I am. That's my tour at the present moment. I'm about to record another special coming up, and then the tour. Yeah, the tour's called Son of a Carpenter. I am the son of a carpenter. My father was a carpenter. And I also, I believe I'm the son of Christ. So, it works. It works on two different planes, which is why I like the double entendre of the name of the show.
Right.
Did Jim?
Don't get cross with me. Last time that happened, I was very upset.
No, you're right, man. I just didn't realise.
Did the old man try to get you into the trade when you were younger, Jim? Were you an actual? Did you try to?
My dad was a big fan of, because I wasn't good at school, and then I started doing comedy at about 18, and my dad did used to say that sentence: "If this doesn't work out, you go get yourself an apprenticeship. You'll always have a trade to fall back onto."
Yeah.
So, but I never did it. So if this comedy doesn't work out, I really have nothing to do now.
Jim, can I ask too, on a personal note? Last time we spoke, you were telling the story about your dad going on a few different dates, and he was wearing Brad Pitt's suit in the hope of trying to squire a lady. Has he had any luck, or has he been on any recent dates, or?
Well, it depends what you call luck. If he has $200 in his pocket, he can find luck down the end of the road. But otherwise, just on a social level, he hasn't been dating that well. I don't believe. Not that he tells me very much. You know what I mean? I don't know what it's like dating in your 80s. See, at the moment there's this big sort of thing that's going around the internet. Now, I'm sure you've done something on the radio about this, how the next generation of people aren't drinking. The young kids at the moment aren't drinking. Yeah. And alcohol sales are way down. And the beer companies and the liquor companies, they can't figure out why is alcohol sales down. I'll tell you why it's down. It's got nothing to do with these people being more responsible than my generation. The reason it's down is because of dating apps, right? Because you can go online, look at an app, see a person you like, you can flirt with them by texting for a few weeks, then you can meet for a coffee, and then you can go off and do whatever you're going to do together. Back in my day, if you wanted to meet a girl, you had to walk across a room with loud music while your friends stood in a pack over there laughing at you, walk towards the girl. She's got all of her friends standing around them in a circle, and you want me to do that sober, do you?
Yeah.
Right? We had to drink out of necessity so that we could all have sex so that this generation could exist and not drink.
Wow.
They should bloody be thanking it.
Not one drink in it for us, is there, Jim?
I couldn't talk to women bloody sober. They call me an alcoholic. I'm just shy.
I need the confidence. New episodes of the 1% Club are coming soon to 7 and 7+. We love getting you on the show regularly, Jim. Thank you so much for coming on, brother.
I love you guys as well. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Jim.
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.